Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to SSV tutorials. So in the before class of mensuration, we learned that what is solid and different forms of solids means like that cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere, like that. And we also how the formulas are derived for that particular objects also we discussed in a easy manner and also the practice. But in mensuration, the important topic is that sometimes we given some kinds of objects. Okay, for example, a capsule or a cylindrical tanker like that. So when he given like that particular objects, how can we determine the volume or the total surface area of the objects? Because those are related of different means two or more objects. For example, if you take a cone ice cream. Okay, when that cone ice cream means there is a cone and also the top of the cone ice cream in the shape of a hemisphere. So it is the combination of two objects. So when you determine the volume of an object, which can we have to take the volume? For example, the volume of ice cream or the volume of hemisphere? Not at all. So for these kind of shapes are very important in 10th class examinations. For example, these sums are regularly given in the previous examination purpose for the 4 marks purpose. Okay, so today we have to explain, I have to explain these kind of objects, how we determine the volume of those objects and how we determine the area of those objects, like that. Okay, so before we have to go into the class, just my name is Santosh Kumar, I am a maths and physics faculty. Okay, so today we are going to our class. So in that, the first shape is tanker, water tanker or oil tanker, like that, and also capsule. Capsule means it's not a tablet, it's a capsule means like this shape. Okay, so these are tankers and capsules. So just imagine that what is the shape of tanker, like here, and what is the shape of capsule, like here. So by observing this is not a complete cylinder. What kind of shape is this? Means it is the combination of 3 shapes. Am I right or not? Just observe here. Okay, now you guess that this is what? This is a cylinder. And this is what? This is a hemisphere, and this is also a hemisphere. Understand? So this capsule or tanker, remember, just imagine that what kind of shape of tanker or what kind of shape of a capsule is. So the capsule or the tanker are in this shape. So in this shape, if you ask the surface area, total surface area of the tanker or total surface area of this capsule means, how can we determine? By observing this, it is a tanker or capsule is the combination of how many hemispheres? 2 hemispheres plus how many cylindrical shapes? 1 cylindrical shape. So a capsule or a tanker are the combination of 2 hemispheres and 1 cylinder. And also hemisphere means it's not completely hemisphere open in this capsule. What is the open part of the hemisphere? Only the curved surface area open, because the upper layer is attached to the one layer of cylinder. Here also another layer of cylinder is attached to the upper layer of this hemisphere. So when he asks what is the painting cost to the cylinder or this tanker means, painting cost means we have to determine the total surface area of the tanker. How can we determine the total surface area of tanker? Means here total surface area means here one is the, what is this? Curved surface area of hemisphere. Here also curved surface area of hemisphere means 2 into CSA of hemisphere plus here cylinder also top and bottom edges are related connected to the hemisphere. So only what is open? The curved surface area of cylinder only open. So we have to determine the curved surface area of cylinder. Understand? So here we have to find the total surface area of tanker or total surface area of capsule. How can we determine? Means total surface area equal to 2 into curved surface area of hemispheres, because 2 hemispheres, and CSA of the cylindrical part. This is the way to find the total surface area of the tanker or the total surface area of capsule. Okay, next, in sometimes he asked that how much volume of how many liters of water capacity of a tanker. So what is the capacity of tanker means the inbuilt capacity. Inbuilt means is nothing but volume. So we have to find the volume of the tanker. How can we determine the volume? Here how many shapes are here? One hemisphere and one cylinder and another hemisphere. So this is the radius of hemisphere and cylinder, and this is the radius of hemisphere and cylinder, and this is the height of the cylinder. How can we find the volume of this particular tanker or particular capsule? Means we have to find the volumes of two hemispheres, number 1 and number 2, and volume of cylinder. So this is the way to find the volume of tanker. So when he asks the how many liter capacity of this tanker means you have to find the volume. What is the volume of tanker here? Just imagine the tanker shape. Okay, a tanker is the combination of two hemispheres and a cylinder. So you have to determine the volumes of two hemispheres volume and the cylinder volume. Then only you have to get the answer very easily. Just imagine the object. What is the shape of the capsule and what is the shape of tanker? Like it's a combination of shape. Just imagine some kinds of objects like some kinds of toys or water drop. So what is the shape of water drop? This is the shape of water drop. And you imagine that this is the shape also cone ice cream. Am I right or not? Just reverse the figure. So what is the shape of this is? This is in the shape of a cone ice cream. So sometimes in these objects means some kinds of toys or water drop or cone ice creams like here, like in this shape. So first imagine that, just recognize that what are the shapes in this particular objects. So by observing directly, one thing you confirmed that this is not a single shape. That means it is not a complete cone, it is not a complete hemisphere. So it is a combination of two shapes. By observing here, just draw here like this. Okay, so you find that there is a hemisphere with radius r and also cone is surmounted by this hemisphere. So automatically this is the radius of cone also, and this is the height of the cone. Okay, what are the shapes including in this particular toy or water drop or cone ice cream means it is the combination of two objects. One is cone, another one is hemisphere. Okay, if he asks what is the surface area of the objects, means these kind of objects have no lateral surface area because this is the combination of two objects. So when you ask the surface area means you only calculate the total surface area of the object only. But here what is the total surface area of objects means here this is the combination of cone and hemisphere. So the outer exposure of the cone is only the curved surface area of cone, and the exposure of hemisphere also the curved surface area of hemisphere, because the under part of the cone and the topper layer of the hemisphere are both joined. That means it may not be visible. So only visible area you should have to taken. Okay, so here what is this area of cone? This is the CSA of cone. And what is this area of hemisphere? This is a CSA of hemisphere. That is why when the person in the examinations he asks for the surface area of the particular toy or cone ice cream or that kind of water drops means you have to calculate what is the surface area, total surface area of the object means CSA of cone, curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. This is the way to find the surface area of the object. Okay, what is the CSA of cone? CSA of cone is pi RL. And what is the CSA of hemisphere? CSA of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. So this is the way to find the surface area of the object. What kind of object? For that the object is a toy or a water drop or a cone ice cream. Okay, how can we find the volume? That means how much amount of ice cream in the particular cone ice cream. Okay, or what is the volume of the water drop? When he asks that kind of questions, then here this is the combination of two objects. One is cone and another one is hemisphere. Then only what you have to find means you have to find the both volumes, because volume is internal. So that is why you have to find the both volumes of the objects. One shape is what? volume of cone. Another shape is what? Volume of hemisphere. Okay, so this is the way to find the volume of these kind of objects, like it is a toy, some kinds of toys, and water drop or cone ice cream. So what is volume of cone? Volume of cone is 1 by 3 of volume of cylinder, means 1 by 3 pi r square h. And what is the volume of hemisphere? Half of the sphere, so 2 by 3 pi r cube. So these are the formulas, and you know the radius and height. By substituting those values, and you have to get the volume of the particular these kind of objects. The shape is test tube or unsharpened pencil. Just imagine the shape of the object like here only. Am I right? So this is a test tube shape. At the same time, this shape also having a unsharpened pencil. So what is the combination of these kind of objects means? By observing that, you know this is a cylinder, but when the dividing like this, so easily understand that this test tube or the unsharpened pencil are in the shape of two. One is cylinder, another one is hemisphere. Okay, so now what is the total surface area of these kind of objects? For example, it is unsharpened pencil. There is a difference in between unsharpened pencil and test tube. What is the difference means? A unsharpened pencil, the top is also have a surface. But a test tube, the top is hollow, means it is open. There is no top area. So just remember that what kind of sum you ask. If it is a pencil, then it is a combination of cylinder and hemisphere, but the top edge also closed. If you ask it is a test tube, then the top edge open. It is also a combination of cylinder and hemisphere, but the top edge is open. So just remember that what kind of surface area he asked. If it is pencil, how can we determine the area of the object? Means one is CSA of cylinder, 1 plus another one is CSA of hemisphere. This is not enough for the total surface area of unsharpened pencil, and also there is a top area. What is the area of the top? The area of the top means it is in the shape of circle. So area of the top means pi r square, because it is a shape of circle. So this is the total surface area of a unsharpened pencil. What about the test tube means? Just remove this, because test tube may not have the top surface. It is hollow. So it is the combination of cylinder and hemisphere. You have to find only the curved surface area of cylinder and also CSA of hemisphere. This is the way to find the total surface area of these kind of objects. What about the volume of those objects? But the volume of unsharpened pencil and volume of test tube is same. Why? Because volume means inner ability. So how can we find the volume means? It is the combination of two shapes. So volume of, what are the shapes? One is cylinder, so volume of cylinder. Another one is volume of hemisphere. So what is the volume of cylinder? The formula is pi r square h, plus volume of hemisphere means 2 by 3 pi r cube. You know that this is radius. The radius is equal for the hemisphere and cylinder, and h means height of the cylinder. By using these values, you have determined the volume of these kind of objects. The shape is sharpened pencil. Just imagine that what is the shape of a sharpened pencil like here. Am I right or not? So here, by keen observation of this figure, how many different surfaces, means solids including here, just observing that this is what? Cone. This is what? Cylinder. So by observing this figure, the sharpened pencil is the combination of three figures, three solids. What are those solids? One is cone, another one is cylinder, another one is hemisphere. Here to all of that, this is called what? Radius, and this is base radius. The radius of the cone, cylinder and hemisphere is same. And this is called what? This is the height of the cylinder, and this is called what? This is the height of cone. Okay, this is height of cone and this is the height of cylinder. You know this is the radius. The radius is common to the whole object, because from top to bottom the radius is same to the cone, cylinder and hemisphere. So that means a sharpened pencil means how many shapes in that? One is cone, another one is cylinder, and the next one is hemisphere. Means a sharpened pencil is the combination of three shapes: cone, cylinder and hemisphere. For this, when you ask the area of these kind of objects, what is the total surface area of a sharpened pencil? Means what we have to determine by observing that the undersurface, means the undersurface, the base surface of the cone is linked with the top surface of a cylinder. So it is hide, not open. At the same time, the bottom surface of the cylinder is closing with the upper surface of hemisphere. So it is also not open. So only what is total surface area means you have to determine this area. This area means what? CSA of cone. And this area also what? CSA of cylinder. Okay, and this area, what is the area? CSA of hemisphere. Understand? So that means the total surface area of a sharpened pencil means one is CSA of cone plus CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere. Understand? So when you ask the total surface area of a sharpened pencil means you have to find these areas. What is the CSA of cone? Pi RL. And what is the CSA of cylinder? 2 pi RH. And what is the CSA of hemisphere? 2 pi R square. Here R is the radius. This is common to the total object, and in that you have to find the L. When you know radius and height, you have to find slant height very easily. According to the Pythagoras theory, L is equal to root under h square plus R square. Okay, and this is the height of the cylinder. R is the radius and h is the height of the cylinder. By this way, you have to measure the total surface area of a sharpened pencil. Next one, volume. What is the volume means? What are the shapes here? One is cone, cylinder and hemisphere. Volume means already discussing that. Inner ability. That is why volume means volume of cone plus volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. Okay, what is the volume of cone? 1/3 of cylinder means 1/3 pi r square h plus volume of cylinder means pi r square h, and volume of hemisphere means 2/3 pi r cube. So by this way we have to substitute the values. Here you know the pi is equal to 22/7 or 3.14 like that. By substitute those values what are given in the sum. By using that we have to determine the volume of these kind of sharpened pencil at these kind of shapes. Next shape is funnel. This is funnel. Okay, so here by observing this figure, what is the shape of funnel? This is also a combination of two shapes. Means this is what? A cone, and this is what? A cylinder. Am I right? So this is in cone shape and this is in cylinder shape. And observe here, this is the radius of cone and this is the height of the cone. But not in the previous figures like that. Here the radius of cone is not equal to the radius of cylinder because this radius is different and this radius different. Okay, just remember that thing only. And this is the height of the cylinder. Okay, so when he asked the total surface area of funnel means you have to measure only the curved surface area of cone and curved surface area of cylinder. Why? Because the funnel means the top is hollow. There is no space here, empty space here. That is why you have to calculate only the curved surface area of cone. At the same time, in this cylindrical part also, the bottom is hollow and the top edge is linked with the cone. So that is why here we have to measure also the curved surface area of cylinder only. That is why what is the total surface area of funnel means you have to find the CSA of cone plus CSA of cylinder. What is the CSA of cone? Pi RL. And what is the CSA of cylinder? 2 pi RL. By using these values, you have determined the surface area of this funnel. Next one is volume. What is the volume of this funnel? Means volume of cone plus volume of cylinder. Okay, here what is the volume of cone? You know the formula of volume. What is that? 1/3 pi r square h. And what is the volume of cylinder? Cylinder's volume is pi r square h. Here h is nothing but height of the cylinder, and here h in the cone is nothing but height of the cone, and r is nothing but radius of cone, means radius of funnel, and the top edge, and r is nothing but here the bottom edge, what is the radius of cylindrical shape. By using these values, you have to determine the volume of the volume of the funnel. Understand? So these are the different shapes relating to the mensuration solids. Okay, by using these concepts, we have determined the surface area of an object, at the same time volume of the object also.